So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and providing analysis and expert opinion alongside me will be Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. Hello, everybody. Ready to see what unfolds in this one now.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. Well, there are plenty looking forward to seeing this. A capacity crowd here.
Well, at least on the face of it, Peter, there's very little at stake in this.
But, Jim, but...
Well, it still gives ample opportunity for some fringe players to make their case. So I'm inclined towards something that's still high in intensity, in conviction, in tempo even. And that's not a bad thing.
We're up and running then. That is good alertness. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. He is through here. He's on it. Can he get away? It's Cristiano Ronaldo! Oh, what has happened here? Oh, that's a very decent ball now. Bruno Fernandes! Hits off target and by quite a way.
Well, the way he set himself up was just so clever. No wonder he's disappointed.
Vlasic bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Portugal are enjoying the lion's share of possession, but nothing yet to show for it. Juranovic. And it's Perisic. He has found the way through. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Juranovic getting up there! That needed to be better, and he knows it.
Well, you see what a difference it makes to have so many runners into the box. Makes life so much harder for that defence.
Bernardo Silva. Now Ruben Dias. Nuno Mendes. Ruben Dias. Vitinha. Passes coming off in quick succession here. 15 minutes till half-time. Now it's Vlasic. Perisic. Oh, that's fabulous. Tries to play... Vlasic! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Vlasic really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
He's rising! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
He's a sharp little ball here. It's still 0-0, but no shortage of effort. Now it's Budimir. Juranovic. That'll be a throw. That has not gone well. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Kovacic. And the whistle goes for half-time. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. So neither side yet off the mark.
It's not a bad game by any means, Peter, but it definitely needs an injection of some invention, of creativity. There's so much you can do with all that industry by just adding a little bit of skill.
So we are still where we were at the beginning. It is 0-0 at the break. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half. So the first half brought no goals. Now it's Pedro Neto. He's got away. Forced to go back. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Just eases him off the ball. Up towards the hour mark and still no goals. Bernardo Silva takes the shot! Oh, that was no routine save.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Sutalo attempts a clearance. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And now they can spring out of defence. Now it's Vlasic. Knocks it into space. Budimir. Now it's... Can he finish?
We'll simply have to tip his hat to the keeper here because that was a magnificent save.
Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Now that's well seen too.
There's nothing more infuriating for a fan than seeing passing without penetration. They're just stuck in a rut.
That has ended up in no man's land.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
And this is Ronaldo. Great vision. Shapes to shoot! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
Oh, it's very good running, that. You're always going to have chances with that kind of movement.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here.
Well, Peter, I don't think there's anything tactical or injury-related here. I think it's just all about the push for a goal now.
Vardiol.
This has been a better game than the scoreline suggests, and it really does merit a goal.
Now it's Pasalic. Bruno Fernandes. And this is Ronaldo. It's a really well-measured ball. And he's managed to get free. Oh, well played, well played.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Moro gets into a good position. That's it, there is no more. It is going to penalties. So, by accident or design, neither team is giving way.
Well, both managers would have preferred not to go this far, but here we are. It's about nerve control now.
So it is that dreaded time, the time you realise that only penalties can decide it. So this one to set the tone. And he does it with poise.
Well, so far, so good, Peter.
Budimir is engaging in a bit of mind games before stepping up. And he makes it one each. And he duly obliges. Bruno Fernandes is a picture of calm despite the moment. Great stop! And the keeper punches the air.
I think some mind games were played there, Peter. It certainly did the trick.
That's a brilliant read.
Well, I think the keeper did very well to stay upright until the very end.
We're on to number 3 here. Oh, drags it wide. The rueful look says everything.
The idea was good. He just needed a more precise execution.
Oh, it's a really good save.
I think some mind games were played there, Peter. It certainly did the trick.
So the fourth man in line walking up to the spot. Oh, it's saved! Straight at the keeper.
Well, that's about as tame as they come, Peter. Couldn't have been any easier for the keeper.
Oh, he's managed to get it through the keeper.
You need a very strong mind in those situations. Any penalty that goes in is a good one. We're talking about a pressure penalty.
Sticks it away.
Yeah, made his mind up very quickly and just didn't waver. Everyone here are holding their breath.
And there you have it. So it has all ended in hurt. The team played their parts in a terrific struggle, admirably at times, but when it all mattered, they have fallen ever so slightly short. Well, ultimately it came down to penalties. Any thoughts, Jim, having seen what you have?
Portugal really must be wondering how different this all could have been had they taken their chances, Peter. But it really was fine margins all round, I suppose. You know, having been on both ends of such results in my career, I can't help but feel for these boys.
And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a very good evening. Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and joining me here, our expert, Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks for that, Peter. I'm more than ready to get going here.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. Everybody standing for the national anthem of Croatia. Well, if that doesn't get the juices flowing, then nothing will. It is a monster matchup, Jim Beglin.
Well, at least on the face of it, Peter, there's very little at stake in this.
But, Jim,
Well, it still gives ample opportunity for some fringe players to make their case. So I'm inclined towards something that's still high in intensity, in conviction, in tempo even. And that's not a bad thing.
there's the whistle. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Well, Peter, I think we'll be seeing a lot of this fella, Mateo Kovacic, if he's got the freedom to get forward. He's got the athleticism, he's got the staying power, and he loves to press. And just keep an eye out for that drop of the shoulder. He loves to go past opposition players.
Yes, getting the best out of him will count for so much. Juranovic. And Gvardiol. Juranovic. And Gvardiol. Vlasic. Well read, nice interception. Bruno Fernandes. Modric. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Vitinha. Vlasic. Nicely spread. He's in plenty of space here. He's got away. Now it's Vlasic. Pasalic. And a chance! Goal! Croatia! An opportunist strike, but he'll take it. He will own it.
The keeper might have been a little unsighted. He seemed awfully late in reacting to that.
So, a breakthrough already. Modric. And it's Juranovic. Vlasic. Perisic. Nicely weighted ball. Oh, sweet feet. Now that looks a decent ball. Takes aim and crosses. Sosa with the short one. And now a sudden chance to counter. Gonzalo Inacio. Pedro Neto. Kovacic. Now it's Budimir. Now it's Vlasic. Space for him to turn and look. Now it's Vlasic. And this is Perisic. Oh, good climb! He doesn't look too happy with that. Rafael Leao. And he's managed to get free. Great chance! Ruben Dias. Nuno Mendes. Rafael Leao. Not the most accurate pass. Perisic. Turns back here, probably the best option. And it's Juranovic. Vlasic.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
He's shifting through the gears here. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Vardiol. Kovacic. Vlasic gets on his bike and on the move. Now it's Budimir. Vlasic. Budimir. Budimir! And that's another fine save. Sosa goes short. Aimed at the far side. It'll be a throw-in. And here's Pasalic, looking for the far post. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Oh, he's found support out wide. That's tidy. He is through here. And it's Vitinha. Nuno Mendes. And it's Vitinha. Pasalic. Budimir. Vlasic. Well, played right into his path. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Perisic. Sosa. Pasalic. Aimed beyond the defence. Vlasic is wide and looking to get onto this. Rafael Leao. Looking for the run. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Juranovic. To Kovacic. Pasalic. Kovacic.
Portugal really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Sosa made a surge from full-back. As it turned out, unsuccessfully. And he's really put himself on the line here. And that should get the job done. Oh, nice touch. Nuno Mendes with towering header! And there's a goal! They have grabbed themselves an equaliser!
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now.
Well, it's taken a big deflection, but boy, he will want that one. We're looking at a different game now.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
Can he get it through? Sutalo clears without hesitation. Cross goes in there. Vitinha. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. Nuno Mendes. Bruno Fernandes. Budimir. Played out towards the right wing. Vlasic. Shot at goal! And it's come back out to him. Goal! Croatia! And they get themselves in front! Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, you might think I'm being a bit harsh, Peter, but I just can't help the feeling that the keeper should have done a better job. Full stop.
Croatia with the lead. And it's Vitinha. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Modric knocks it into space. Now it's Vlasic. Bruno Fernandes. And it's Bernardo Silva. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Vlasic. Now it's Budimir. And that's going wide left. Bernardo Silva. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. And the through ball. Now Sutalo. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Portugal clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Juranovic picks it up out wide. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. Just a talking to, I think. Yes, it is. Oh, great leap! Didn't quite get enough on that.
Yeah, some good movement inside the box. No shortage of targets here.
And here's Budimir. And that has been slung wide. Pasalic. Pasalic with getting up there. He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. No, couldn't quite control it.
Well, the manager clearly has to react to this and tactically change what's happening. It's too easy for them to get in.
Juranovic. Vardiol. And it's Juranovic. Perisic. Ruben Diaz cuts it out. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
He leaps for it!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Vardiol. It's a really well-measured ball. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Vlasic. Over to the right flank. Perisic. Mendes did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Modric. Gets a good foot in there. Rafael Leao. Ruben Diaz. Here's Vitinha. Gonzalo Inacio. Ruben Dias. 30 minutes gone. Now it's Budimir. Modric. And it's Souza. And it's Pasalic. Some really good ball movement. Bernardo Silva. And Mendes. Bernardo Silva. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Perisic. Vlasic. Vlasic. And it's Juranovic. Now, can they get him away? Flashes it across. Terrific effort! And oh, he's got that completely wrong.
I just wonder what was on his mind there. Should have put his foot right through it.
Vitinha. It's Bernardo Silva. That's destined for the flank. And it's Mendes. Nuno Mendes. Now it's Rafael Leao. Pasalic has created one goal already. Kovacic. Šutalo. Juranovic. Looking to play him in. And that pass just didn't quite work. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Spread to the right. Nuno Mendes. Here's Rafael Leao. Gonçalo Inácio. Passing is crisp and sharp. Now this could be a chance. That's a good ball out wide. And he's picked it up out wide. Stood up well to him there. That's gone for a throw-in. Juranovic. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Tries a shot! And it's been hooked away. Modric. Distributed tidily. The less said about that pass, the better. And it's Juranovic. And he's had it nicked away. And he shoots! Tries to get it clear. Time perhaps for one last twist before half-time. Tries to pass it through. That has been cut short. Pasalic. Played out to the left flank. Now it's Pasalic. Sosa providing an outlet on that flank. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Goes looking wide. Oh, that's nice. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And it's played into the middle. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. And here's Bernardo Silva. Sosa. Pasalic. And it's Souza. Half-time getting close now. Now it's Pasalic. Engages and forces him off the ball. Modric. And Juranovic. Vlasic does have his name on the score sheet, of course. Now it's Pasalic. Modric. This is a promising build-up. Souza. Now it's Pasalic. Budimir. And the ball is out of play. Nuno Mendes. Rafael Leao. And it's Bernardo Silva. And it's Bruno Fernandes. And here's Neto.
That's good play from him. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
It's their second corner of the game. Cleared without hesitation. Croatia have the chance to go the other way. Perisic. Budimir. He has found the way through. Vitinha. Can he get on the end of this? And he cuts out the supply. Vlasic. Perisic. It's Vlasic. That's a throw. And here's Budimir. Great defending, strong and determined. And it's Bernardo Silva. And this is Ronaldo. And it's Cristiano Ronaldo. He's had a shot! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Cristiano Ronaldo is offering a wry smile there.
This possibly the last play of the half. Sutalo getting this one clear. Nice control. He's having a shot! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. And it's hoisted clear. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. That's a sharp pass. Pedro Neto. Bernardo Silva. Decent shot! Oh, and that is a thrilling end to the first 45. So engaging and still right on edge. Plenty of signs to suggest this will turn out to be a really good one. Caution certainly not on the agenda here from both sides.
Yeah, they're ahead, Peter, but they can't afford to get too complacent. They need to go with the same intensity and tempo they showed in getting both the goals. Try to get another now and establish that two-goal cushion early in the second half.
So that's how it stands at halfway. We'll be back with the second half very soon. Back on the way then.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Pasalic. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Pedro Neto. Cristiano Ronaldo. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. That pass has been well intercepted. Vlasic. Pasalic wants to run onto this. Pasalic. Well, that'll do under the circumstances. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Ruben Dias. And it's Bernardo Silva. Foot in. Bruno Fernandes. He shifted it to the flank. And this is Bernardo Silva. Kovacic. Modric. And Gvardiol. Kovacic. Oh, good spread. A quick look, thought about cutting inside. He's found a way through. And the finish! Oh, that wasn't the worst effort in the world.
Well, there wasn't too much wrong with his effort. He needs to get on the ball again and give it another crack. I would.
Gonzalo Inacio. And they've got a throw. Gvardiol. And it's Modric. Sosa receives it in a wide position.
Was that the first time we've seen them try that? It's definitely given the opposition a little more to think about.
Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Pasalic. Bruno Fernandes. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Vlasic. Vlasic. Good, strong midfield running here. They've played it short. And now they can spring out of defence. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. It's a really well-measured ball.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
And it's Vitinha. He's having a hit! And he has kicked it out somehow.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Sosa. It's Vlasic. Gonzalo Inacio. So can they find a way to turn around this deficit? Rafael Leao looking to pass their way up the pitch. Some good persistent defending here. Pasalic. Sosa. Vlasic. Vardiol. Šutalo. Perisic is firing after that one. Juranovic. Šutalo. Sosa. And it's Kovacic. Pasalic has the space to scheme. Pasalic. In by Pasalic. And it's hoisted clear. Bernardo Silva. That's good running with the ball. Šutalo kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Vlasic. Juranovic. And it's Kovacic. Spread it left. Pasalic in acres of space out wide. And a header! It's bounced back off the post. Bruno Fernandes. Now it's Rafael Leao. Can he latch on to this? Referee's given a throw. Ah, good steal. He just read it. Almost an hour gone. And this is Ronaldo. Looking for options for movement. And he's there to belt it away.
Portugal really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
This is a really front-footed approach.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it. Unless they can devise a quick counter-attacking plan, they're going to need to see much more of this ball.
Šutalo. Oh, he's found support out wide. Perisic gets into a good position. And that is headed for the middle. Nice and easy for the goalkeeper. Pedro Neto. That's good play. Tries to play it through. Cross from Cancelo. Defending of the desperate variety. Now it's Budimir. Inacio does really well to win the ball there. Looking here to chip it through. And that should get the job done. Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
He's picked his way through. It's Perisic! And it's in! A two-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. And that is a goal worthy of universal appreciation. Even the opposing fans have to recognise the quality there.
Oh, it was a real beauty, Peter, and while many might have just lashed out at it, he took his time and he put it where very few can.
So the lead now is 2.
Well, there's only one team in it at the moment, and the question is, will they be happy to sit on this?
Bernardo Silva to Bruno Fernandes. And it's Cancelo. And it's Bruno Fernandes. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Nuno Mendes. Perisic. Matanovic. Modric. Great vision. That is a great pick out.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Now it's Bruno Fernandes. Sosa. Pass is just off target. Modric. It's not an especially good pass, that. And it's Kovacic. Now Šutalo. Juranovic. Vlasic. Kovacic. Pasalic. Plays a sharp little ball here. That's been slipped through. He's in a great position here. Header! And it's there! And they are tearing the opposition apart here. Simply breathtaking stuff. Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Croatia, palpably stronger, better, superior.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Sosa. Šutalo. And it's Juranovic. Threads one in. He's in plenty of space here. Perisic. And he lines up. He's rising! Final touch was poor. Vardiol. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. And he's picked it up out wide. Oh, well cut out. No margin for error there at all. Vitinha. Bruno Fernandes. And it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Nicely spread. Pedro Neto. Oh, that's neat. Pedro Neto. Rafael Leao! Read the delivery beautifully, but got the finish all wrong.
Incredible. He had all the time in the world to pick his spot as well.
Looking for the run. Now it's Perisic. Oh, that's fabulous. Tries to play it through. It's a promising position. He's picked his way through. Bernardo Silva. Sosa. And Kovacic. Distributed tidily. Rafael Leao. Vitinha. Bernardo Silva. Sosa. And it's Modric. Vardiol. Kovacic. Pasalic. Matanovic. Inacio wins the duel this time. Pedro Neto. Now, can they get him away? And he's... Cristiano Ronaldo! Lacking in accuracy.
Portugal really are good at what they're doing. They'll gladly take any opportunity to launch that counter.
Kovacic. And Gvardiol. Pasalic. Can he get on the end of this? Oh, perfectly measured that. Pasalic. Can he finish? Great football, shot and save.
Well, it's almost like he had too much thinking time there, Peter.
Sosa plays it short. Juranovic puts impressive jump. He got the hard part right, but the rest wrong. Opts for safety. Juranovic. And it's Perisic. Modric. Kovacic. Well timed, excellent interception. Cristiano Ronaldo being watched hawkishly here.
Yeah, as you'd expect, Peter, that defence ought to know when to step up or drop off, and they finally made a decision to get tighter.
And the shot! It takes a shot! And he's gone looking for safety. Portugal are looking to go forward now. That is ended up in no man's land. Juranovic. He is starved of space and time. Perisic providing an outlet on that flank. And that has been knocked clear. And here's Pasalic. And it's Sosa. And the pass is intercepted. Pasalic. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Pasalic receives it in a wide position. Here comes the cross.
When it's delivered early like that, defenders just can't...
Chance! Bruno Fernandes. Oh, nicely intercepted. 5 minutes left on the clock. Pass somewhat off target. Sosa. Kovacic.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Showing good feet. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Perisic. It's a great gallop down the right-hand side. Perisic in acres of space out wide. Referee's had a good look and given a corner. Keeper's dealt with that. And now a sudden chance to counter. That's been cut out, well played. Sosa. Oh no, that was never going to make it. Vitinha. It's a good spell of possession, this. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
Now it's Perisic. Spread out to the left. Pasalic. Gonzalo Inacio. João Cancelo. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
2 minutes to be added on. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Sutalo calmly anticipates. Pasalic picks it up out wide. Gonzalo Inacio. And it's Bruno Fernandes. Sutalo gets across to intercept that. Now it's Kovacic. Aimed beyond the defence. João Cancelo. Rafael Leao. And that will be it. Well, that was thrilling. A game of champs and chumps. The winners were so good at times. A side that can and will trouble more or less everyone. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Portugal desperately failing to impose themselves on the game.
Senhoras e senhores, sejam bem-vindos à partida de hoje. Foram indicados 2 minutos de acréscimo. Senhoras e senhores, informamos que o circuito interno de imagens está em operação para sua segurança. substituição. Substituição em andamento. Substituição no time do Brasil. Camisa 7, camisa 24. Deixando o campo para a entrada de camisa 6, camisa 25. Teremos uma substituição. Teremos 3 minutos de acréscimo. Camisa 23.